It only made Rosa cry.
Masaka. Omae
Yeah! Let's go! Let's go! I love. Hold on, wait. I loved her faces though. Oh! Nakama Story looked like the monkey neuron activation meme. Just oh! Yeah! Let's go! We'll start off as a fucking hunch. Ah! Vindication, baby! Let's go! Yeah! I feel so good.
Changus.
Yes.
You don't have the other part of the answer.
Okay.
Why are they hunting down the baby?
Well, we'll get to that, but at least I called one thing though, that Yuta's the dad. So that's all that matters to me at the moment.
You got validation and it went to your head.
Exactly. I'll take it.
There was Sonic Dream Team.
Huh.
She was like the catalyst character in that one.
Oh, she was. Okay.
Yeah, Eggman abducted her.
Ah.
That does not sound good out of context.
No. I'm gonna need a lot of context there, man.
He wanted to enter her. That's also worse.
Ava. All right. She a pretty girl. Oh! What are you doing, woman?
The name's
A first person point of view goes to her fucking Snake! Look at the smile, Snake! No, buddy! I excuse the style as we stand there sheepishly, trying not to catch each other's eyes. Eye! Singular eye, not plural eye! Fuck! I'm dyslexic! Jesus Christ! The angles are just nods. A sly smile blows. Fuck me! I can't read, Nick! I can't read! Damn it! A smile splitting their face as they turned back to their trimming.
It did,
Sort of
and
like a course
most,
No,
that's why most of our founding one of the reasons a lot of our founding fathers were deists. We're not full-on Christians.
Wait. I'm fighting a ghost? Wait.
Take that ghost ass. Whoop that ghost ass.
Why are there ghosts in Yakuza all of a sudden? Okay, I'm not. That's kind of fun.
Cengiz! This is Yakuza! Of course there will be some shenanigans!
Nick's bang on that assessment, big fish. Also, just notice the art. Also, notice the art style change. Starting to see a bit more humanoid proportions on these girls, and I don't know. Makes me feel uncomfortable.
Right now, we're in the era where
it's fine as is, but Nick, that one panel, that one page you showed me of Sally. Oh my goodness.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
Know.
45, huh?
I love Snake when he sees the gun.
His eyes.
Do you like it?
He really is a gun nut.
Ramp is polished to a
He
mere
immediately
sheen.
sees the gun.
The
Hold
side's
on,
been
smoking is
reinforced,
lame. Oh my
and the
gosh.
interlock with the frame is tightened for added precision. The sight system is original too. The thumb safety is extended to make it easier on the finger. A long type trigger with non-slip grooves. A ring hammer. The base of the trigger guard's been filed down for a higher grip. And not only that, nearly every part of this gun has been expertly crafted and customized.
Oh my goodness, Snake, buddy. I wonder if Rosa wouldn't mind coming along. The three of us hanging out sounds like fun. Thanks, that stops me dead. Just you, though.
Why, you're a fucking moron.
Just you, though. Don't bring Rosa or Weepsaurus. Wait, just me? What's with her? Oh my gosh, he's so dense. He's so dense.
Fucking moron.
He's
You're
so
a fucking
dense.
idiot.
He's so tense. First just one Rosa and Stella hanging around band practice, but now this? If I didn't know better, I say Fang was. Ah! Okay, I could do Jeffrey. Well, I'm not sorry to.
I mean, well, not Sonic the Hedgehog, love. At least not since the last time I checked. That is.
No, see, if you're doing Jeffrey and I'm doing Sally, it's just gonna make things even more uncomfortable than it is.
Yeah, let's do it.
What are you doing here? And what's with this strong arm stuff? I thought we were friends.
I thought we were more. Chelsea, clip that!
Are you there, Changus?
I'm really invested. So
yeah, I can tell. We were talking about shaking. You're just there, like, oh no, I need to rent. No, Utah, you're being a moron.
Damn it! He found us.
who found us? Oh, that's right, Bugman.
Yeah. The pain.
Oh gosh. It's the Exorcist too! Fuck! Ah! He's swatting them away with his gun tricks! That's great! Oh, I love it! Ooh, not a pretty look. Hold on, wait a minute. I'm sorry, I have to pause again. I asked you, Ray, would you be mad if I sent you a Bears jersey, and you haven't answered. You're avoiding the question. He's avoiding the question, Nick.
Hold on, Chase. Let me.
Yes.
Actually, give me a second. Let me examine your thought process really quick. You're willing to pay whatever for a Bears jersey to send it to Ray to get mad for him to pay money, which might be less than the jersey which might be less than the jersey you paid for to get the 40 to pay for the flesh.
Economics 100, baby. Let's go. It's the art of the deal.
I am clipping this. I am clipping this.
Art of the deal, baby. My mic. Fuck. I put my arm. Hold on. Did I break skin? No, I didn't. Oh my goodness. Instead, I squeeze her tighter against me, feeling the not insignificant weight of her breast. Hold on.
I'm guessing the mod maker has
Listen.
some ideas.
Listen. I don't wanna write anything off just yet, but so far, at least this stream, the writing very much feels it's straight Holtnick. it feels like straight Captain Holt.
It does feel like straight Holt.
It's like, I don't know, man. It feels like you just want to get back with I forgot her name. It's like that you keep talking about her thigh gap. Yes, exactly. That's my favorite part about a woman. The clear, visible lack of a penis between their legs.
Clear, visible lack of a penis.
There we go! Okay. Now give me a camo.
The pain.
what about the pain?
The pain!
Oh! You blew up? Like a fucking tokusatsu villain? Snake, you're a Kamen Rider! He just blew up! Oh, God. I'll get you next! It's Rita Repulsa! I'll get you next time, Rangers! And just blows up. What? What? What's so
The
funny?
wall of fire just right in front of Knuckles. Abandoning him. Making him think he died. Off to a great start already.
Well, son. Dad! Oh my gosh, he's dead! Huh, jackass.
What a dumbass. What a dumbass. As someone should have raised him better.
Excuse me. Wow. Alright. Hold on, let me just check the audio real quick. Okay. Wait, say something real quick, Nick.
Babaloo.
Real quick, Nick.
Babaloo.
Alright, we're good. Alright, we're good then. Okay, Nick, hear me out. Imagine if OJ never did what he did, and he never voiced Jazz, but Jazz did turn into a Ford Bronco.
White Bronco. I feel like it wouldn't matter because OJ didn't do what he did.
Oh, true.
That said, if OJ still did what he did and Jazz turned into a Bronco.
No, you know what would be funny is if Jazz turned into a Ford Bronco, and this was decided before it came out what OJ did. It's like,
Oh, that'd even be funny. Chase, also hear me out. All that happens, and there's a scene where he gets chased by a barricade.
Oh my gosh, it's great. Oh, excuse me. Oh my gosh. This is all because that TF wiki caption.
I know.
Jazz,
Jazz would still wait for him to go.
Oh my gosh. You know, honestly, I kind of wish Transformers had a lot more like tie-in media with like people like oh my gosh, Nick, imagine Bill Cosby being in a Transformers commercial.
Oh my gosh.
Now,
Chase, imagine him talking with Optimus Prime.
you know, I gotta say, Optimus, you're from one role model to another. Transformers Fat Albert crossover.
Guys, Transformers Fat Albert crossover and it's Bulkhead. Guys, remember that image of like... and I'm like, fuck, I should have made Wheelie Mushmouth. They both have the fucking talking issue.
Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. For this episode, Fat Albert's gonna be a little different, cause we got Optimus Prime here, helping us out. How you doing, Optimus? I'm doing fine, Bill. Oh my goodness. Oh hey, Big Fish. Glad to see an early stream. Big Fish early streams are rare because we both can't wake up early.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be watching Novocaine? What's Novocaine? Is that a movie? Well, it's got
Probably.
Novocaine. Let me see this. Oh, that's right. The new movie with Jack Quaid. That's right. I know nothing about it. I know nothing about it. So I'm gonna be honest. You know, honestly, I think the funniest thing I only know Jack Quaid from is both The Boy and also the fact that everyone on Twitter just unanimously says that Jack Quaid is like the only Nepo baby from Hollywood they like. It's just Jack Quaid can go around saying, "That's right, my dad survived the day after tomorrow." It's also got Ned from the Spider-Man movies. Oh my gosh, the CEO of Sex? Whoa! I still don't know where that meme came from. I don't know where that came from, the whole, oh my gosh, that's the CEO of Sex. I don't know where it came from. Oh, it also has Ray Nicholson. Wow. Wait, so we got two sons of famous actors, Jack Quaid and Ray Nicholson. Huh. That's interesting. Wow. Okay. That's pretty neat. Jack Quaid action movie? Ah, okay. Wow, I didn't know that was a thing. Huh. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I'm a little gassy. Ugh. I'm still thinking about Bill Cosby, Optimus Prime.
Chase, hear me out. Optimus wearing a Bill Cosby sweater.
Oh, yes! and then eventually the news comes out. It's like,
oh no.
Optimus, why are you wearing that sweater? I don't feel comfortable wearing it anymore, Bumblebee.
Optimus just looks like he's about to cry.
Meanwhile, with Decepticons, and now the Cosby Show. But what we know now. Wow. I was so busy not seeing race.
Wow, I was so busy not seeing race. I didn't see the raping either.
Oh my gosh. You know, Nick, I still remember one of the last few like public videos of Bill Cosby before he went to prison was him doing Fat Albert hey in front of a camera. It's like, Bill Cosby, Mr. Cosby, hey.
Chase, do you know what's a cursed image?
What's a cursed image?
What? White Fat Albert.
White Fat Albert. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness, that's great. He's White Fat Albert. He's just the most palest.
Hey.
Hey. Hold on. Wait. Nick, I think Google AI is like spying on us because I saw it before. It's like, hey, what if I actually type that in a Google search, and one of the results is White Bill Cosby. Wait, hold on. I'm actually curious. What happens if I do? What? Ah, no. It's not. It's just Jaleel White. It's just a thing about Jaleel White with Bill Cosby.
James.
Yes. Let me see. Oh, that is. That's beautiful. Oh, I never want to see that ever again. Oh my gosh, you know what else? You know what gets me? This person also went through the effort of making his eyes blue.
No. James, it's also the fact they also changed the hair, too.
Oh my gosh. Hey.
Hey. He doesn't go, hey. He just goes, hey.
Hey. Oh my gosh. Maybe I should have changed the stream title to just The Cosby Show. Oh my goodness. Anyway, alright. Also, why is Christopher Nolan trending on Twitter? It probably has something to do with the Odyssey. Yeah, it's just news about the Odyssey. Okay. Alright then. My homie Stan Albino Fat Albert Ray. Oh, Ninjato, you came at a good time. You came at a good time, cause I was trying to figure out why Christopher Nolan was trending, and I was right. It's just like news about the Odyssey. This is just rumors. This hasn't been confirmed yet, but this is apparently the casting choice we got. We got Matt Damon as Odysseus, Tom Holland as Telemachus, probably butchered that.
Telemachus.
Telemachus, Zendaya as Athena, Charlize Theron as Circe, Anne Hathaway as Penelope, Benny Safdie as Agamemnon, and Lupita Nyong'o as Clytemnestra? What type? I'm gonna call him Clitoris. So, Zendaya as Athena, Ninjato. I know the horror. Gosh, look, this is just rumors. This is rumors. Nothing's been confirmed yet. Nothing's been confirmed yet. All right, so. Oh my goodness. Alright. Hold on, give me a second. I'm sipping some soda.
What kind?
Diet Coke.
Diet?
Yes, diet. Yes, Nick, this is like the only soda we have at my house, okay? Alright. So.
Do you prefer regular or Diet Coke?
I've grown to accustomed to diet, Nick. Cause that's what we have.
Stockholm didn't do it?
I don't know. You could call it Stockholm. I've just grown so accustomed to diet that now normal Coke tastes too sweet for me. Normal Coke's too sweet for me.
You gotta start drinking regular Dr. Pepper.
Well, Nick, I don't know if you've noticed, but diet soda is literally the only soda we have, because I don't know if you remember, Nick, but there's
Well, I remember. Here's the thing, though. The Dr. Pepper, it'd just be for you.
It just be for me. My whole house drinks diet though, so you like diet soda more now, not you're gonna. Oh, so you're gonna argue with me, Nick, but you're not gonna argue with Not about him drinking diet? I see.
He's not in the chat. He's not in the voice chat to argue with.
Okay. Alright then. Why is Deltarune trending?
Is it? Did Chapter 3 come out?
No, it's just people It's just people speculating again.
Oh, okay.
Oh, but Undertale though is on sale though. 90% off for Undertale? Oh my gosh.
You might just
Whoa.
have to get it.
I'm not gonna lie, I might just have to get Undertale then, if it's that cheap. I've never actually played Undertale. I've actually never once played Undertale, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't ever want to go for the genocide route. That's I'm not skilled enough for that. That said, I still don't regret screwing up the pacifist route in Deltarune just because I hate that bird. that bird made me.
So Chang, is that technically that there is no pacifist route for Deltarune? That's just how it is. It's fine.
I still don't like that bird.
I know you don't. Remember what you said about him, like just like you didn't even think about it. You were ready to say this.
I really didn't like Berkeley. You know, I should actually stream Deltarune again though. Actually, no, I've never streamed Deltarune. I just played it off stream. You enjoy a prescription of Dr. P every so often, not? Well, there you go, Nick. Are you happy now?
See?
Look, I'll drink some Dr. Pepper, okay? But it's just I've just grown so accustomed to diet soda that now normal soda just tastes too sweet for me. Like I've had normal Coke before. It's like it's too sweet. It's too sweet.
Another fucked up thing.
What?
Regular soda is actually better for you.
Really?
Really?
How so?
So diet soda has like this thing called aspartame and other stuff.
Okay.
And like that's to, you know, make it sweet despite the lack of sugar and all that.
Alright.
The problem is it's it's not good for you.
Oh.
It is very much not good for you.
Well, I'm just gonna keep drinking. Alright. I'll wait, hold on. I don't know if you saw this, Nick. Wait, hold on here. I could turn on my camera. as soon as you said, Nick, as soon as you said it's not good for me. Also, I just realized there's a used underwear on the floor. Oh well.
There's my Wendy's cup.
Oh my gosh! Don't you dare get your cup out! I swear. You. Oh my gosh! When I come over, if you bring a damn Wendy's cup into the damn house, I'm throwing it out.
I am tempted.
I am throwing it out.
Dude,
oh my gosh!
Right before we pick you up, like I would have Wendy's, and instead of throwing the cup away, I would put it on my desk just out of spite.
Oh my gosh! Oh my goodness! Alright. Anyways. Alright. Anyways. What time is it, by the way? It's 3:59. Alright. Anyways, we should probably get into the actual things we were gonna do with the stream. Which was that we were gonna we were gonna catch up on our paid reviews and other stuff. You like to switch to more Mexican soda because the cane sugar would be better than the processed sugar. Ah.
Based.
Okay, I see. Alright.
Based.
Okay.
Chase, if you find a soda in a glass bottle,
Mm-hmm.
real sugar.
Ah. I see. Alright. Anyways, we gotta catch up.
By the way, when you come over here, we're gonna. One of the things I'm gonna do is make you do like a soda taste test.
That's okay. Okay.
I'm just gonna introduce you to a bunch of different sodas and see if anything clicks with you.
I see.
Yes.
Alright.
Fuck, I am definitely taking you to a place called Rocket Fizz.
Rocket Fizz? Oh, I've heard of Rocket Fizz.
Yeah.
Ah. Okay. Alright. Anyways.
Chase, there's a Kim Jong-il soda called Orange Bomb.
Okay. Alright. Wow. Okay. Alright. Kim Jong. Alright. Anyways, we gotta get started with our paid reviews and all the other stuff we're gonna catch up on. So, what? Oh, excuse me. Oh, alright. Also, real quick, Nick. I just gotta say, also, me coming over to your state, is actually pretty good at the moment, because literally the month afterwards, Nick, there's this like new like regulation where basically I can't fly without a real ID.
No.
Like, so it's a good thing I'm flying over next month. So alright, anyways, we gotta start getting started catching up on our reviews and stuff. Alright. So, and plus, now to be fair though, we only got one paid review left to catch up on.
Yep.
Which is G-Saviour. By the way, speaking of paid reviews, you can contribute to making us watch Quantumania if you want to. Don't you want to rewatch Quantumania, Nick?
No.
Okay.
I really don't.
Well, hey, if anyone wants to help contribute, we'll do so.
Yeah.
Alright. Anyways, we gotta. Oh my gosh, I cannot talk. We gotta catch up on our reviews and stuff. So this was a paid review. Actually, I should also give me 1 second, real quick. I should also specify that this is a paid review. Come here, you. There we go. Just give me 1 second. I'm just making sure of something. Wait, that's pretty good. Here we go. Alright. Now we've specified that this is a paid review. I'm gonna actually move this over.
Yeah.
Alright, so this was a paid review by Black Comet. Even though Comet's not here anymore. And he paid us to watch G-Saviour. It's a Gundam movie. How much do you know about Gundam, Nick?
I've seen the first series, and I know I've seen Wing, and I know other stuff. And I watch Hathaway.
Alright, cool. So anyways, you don't need to know all that for this.
Yay!
Yay! So G-Saviour is a Gundam movie that wasn't even made in Japan. It's the damn Canadians, man. Can't believe.
And yet this is canon.
Yeah. But you
Imagine if Dragon Ball Evolution was canon.
well, you never know. But anyway, so this is G-Saviour, and basically, all you gotta know is, oh, the day the Earth blew up is out this weekend. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna see that.
Oh, let's go. Wait a second. All right. I'll probably go watch it Monday then.
I gotta watch it. I definitely gotta watch it this weekend.
I don't know if I'll be able to watch it this weekend, but definitely next week though. I do want to watch.
I think the goal is we should gotta do it this weekend because it's the most important.
Oh, true. I'll try to watch it this weekend. I'll try. It depends on if it's gonna rain or not. Look at that. It's no longer raining. Let's go. All right. Anyways, G-Saviour, right? So this is a Gundam movie. Hold
on. Back to Dragon Ball Evolution really quick. Some guy posted, and it was a black guy. This is.
Okay.
He tweeted this out. White people made Dragon Ball Evolution, but mad about new Assassin's Creed. And someone replied to him, actually, Dragon Ball Evolution was written by a black guy.
No, I saw that. It was like a community. It was also like a community note. It's like, actually, it was written by a black guy, and the director was Asian. So.
The director also apologized.
Yeah, the director also had to apologize. Now, thankfully, G-Saviour is not the Dragon Ball Evolution of Gundam. It's not that bad. We should actually watch Dragon Ball Evolution. But G-Saviour, anyways, is a Gundam movie. It takes place in the Universal Century timeline and all that, so it is canon alongside, the original Gundam show and stuff. But then the thing is, this takes place way far off into the future. So far off into the future that like the original Gundam series pretty much has no effect on this whatsoever. It's way in the past. It's like ancient. This is like, we're talking like centuries ahead in the Universal Century. Oh, I got a burp. Oh, excuse me. Alright. So this hold on. Oh, excuse me. Oh gosh, I'm gassy because of all the soda. So this takes place way far off into the future of the Universal Century, and
so Lala is dead at this point?
Nick, I hate to be the one to tell you this. I'm sorry, but Lala's been dead since the original series.
No! She was like a mother to Char!
I'm sorry, Nick. But anyway, so this is so far off into the future now, and the setting has kind of shifted and all that. There's still space colonies out there, but the Earth Federation is pretty much no longer. Instead, they've been replaced by consent. There's
a joke in there.
There's a joke in there, and the colonies out there, they have now become their own like individual like nations and stuff that call themselves settlements. So everything is there's basically two factions going on at the there's two main factions going on at the moment in this setting. There's the Congress of Settlement Nations, or Consent, or wait, actually no, I should not have said that they're independent nations. They're far from independent. So there's Congress of Settlement Nations, so Consent, and there's Gaia. And those are our two main factions of this whole setting. And basically, this takes place so far into the future, and now the main conflict in this Gundam story is starvation. That's the main conflict. The main conflict is, gosh, famine. It's literally the main conflict of Interstellar. It's famine, minus the blight. She's been a space coast to coast for centuries now. Ooh.
Oh, George Lowe.
I know, man. I still love Space Coast to Coast.
Oh yeah, it's great.
So. Yeah, that's great. So we got consent and we got Gaia, and the main conflict is famine. Just worldwide spread famine all over Earth is happening, and the main conflict is basically trying to solve the famine issue. So that's where we got our main protagonist, Mark Curran. You can tell this was made by Canadians because some of these names, honestly, are just kind of boring.
I know.
These are our protagonists: Mark, Cynthia, Mimi's. Okay, I could give it a pass. Jack, Franz, Kobe. There's just a guy named Jack, and there's just a guy named Mark.
Long are the days of Quattro Bagina.
I know. Though, to be fair, there's still some funny names out there. We got General Garno, whatever that's supposed to be, and we literally got a person named Tim Holloway. What type of name is Holloway? So, oh, and there's also another one named Daggett. I feel sorry for whoever names their child Daggett. My name is Daggett. So those are protagonist names. So we got our main protagonist, Mark, and he's trying to solve the issue of starvation. But then here comes Cynthia, and she's from Gaia, which is a colony. I'm sorry, a settlement. Which I don't know why a colony is called Gaia, but it is. So there's just a colony called a Gaia. She's from Gaia, and then she gets involved. Mark has to get involved. There's a whole conspiracy going on with the whole starvation stuff, and it's all right. I'm gonna be honest. Movie starts off kind of on a slow pace. It's kind of slow. Now, I'm not, with Gundam, right? I'm not expecting like mobile suit action all the time, because that's not, just the main thing with Gundam. Like with Hathaway, like literally for a good chunk of Hathaway, there was like barely mobile suit action. So it's kind of it starts off kind of like that. It's a little slow to get onto mobile suit action. And what mobile suit action there is, this is 1999. CGI is still pretty early on. I wouldn't say it's as bad. I'm not gonna say that the CGI here is like Beast Wars quality, because Beast Wars looked the way it was because that was like so early on with CGI, which is crazy. It's crazy, Nick, how you realize in 4 years they improved CGI real fast.
I know.
Because Beast Wars was 96. This movie was 99. Wait, not even 4 years. Less than 4 years. It's been 3 years. 3 years since Beast Wars, and already CG improved quite a bit.
It did.
So, that's wild. Those Canadians, man.
I know.
So we got all sorts of so the CG battles with the mobile suits and stuff, they're not Beast Wars quality, but they're still very early on. So don't expect, like your, big scale like Hollywood stuff. Though to be fair, there's probably an argument to make that CGI in movies nowadays has kind of not been as good as well, but that's just because the state of the industry with visual effects and all that is absolute garbage. Thank you, Disney. Very cool. I love you. Toy Story 2 came out the same year as this film, not? Oh, that's right. That's right. Toy Story. That's wild. I still love Toy Story.
Yeah.
So mobile suit action, not that much, and when it is there, it's alright. It's okay. It serves its purpose. I will say this. Biggest thing I have to say about G-Saviour is just like from like visually and everything and all that, from like how it's filmed and stuff, and like the locations and stuff. It's kind of felt more like watching like a big episode of Star Trek.
Yeah.
Like it feels like you're watching like an episode of Star Trek more than something out of like Gundam. And to be fair, right? I'm not just saying like just because it's live action and not animation. Like there's just something about everything about how it looks visually, like certain like how it's filmed, how it's shot. Yeah, not like huge sci-fi channel vibes. It's like that. So like when you're watching this, it really doesn't feel like you're watching something out of like Gundam, cause like I don't know, there's something about Gundam that like there's like a certain like visual, and like to be fair, like I'm expecting this to look like like an anime, but like there's just something about how most Gundam is presented that you don't get it in this. This is very much like, and this, you could tell this was made not by Japanese people. Let's just put it like that. You could tell this was made by a very small Canadian like it was co-produced. No, it wasn't co-produced. Basically, Sunrise, if I remember right, you can help me out here. If I remember right, Sunrise didn't really co-produce. They just more like they passed it off to a Canadian, production company, and Sunrise just kind of oversaw everything. Like it's like, I guess that looks fine. Yeah, that'll be okay. Okay, that's good. So, and then, but like most of the stuff was really just from a small Canadian production company. So like, maybe it's like a budget thing. Who knows? But you can tell like this is a very much like a sci-fi channel show, like something out of Star Trek. I also really love how majority of the movie is shot in unclear sets inside, because every like exterior shot usually is a big CG setting. So it's kind of fun when you think about that. Like, oh, here's like here's like a big CG building and cities and stuff, and then you cut to a set where everyone's just hanging out in, and like the sets themselves, and you could tell like the sets themselves also, they didn't have a huge variety of it. So like a lot of the locations are just kind of feel like the same. Like that's also just another thing. A lot like the interior sets just feel samey, sort of. They switch things up here and there. Like I'm pretty sure the characters outside on like that like big like spaceport center or whatever, right? Like that was seen as pretty kind of innovative-ish. Like you got these guys interacting with a giant CG mobile suit standing on top, right behind them. So, oh, excuse me, I'm a little gassy still. So, it's alright. So that's just how it is. I guess also just while I'm on visuals, the mobile suit designs themselves, they're all right. You could clearly tell that these mobile suits very much take a lot of inspiration from like very clear like original Gundam sort of designs.
Wow, their budget must have fucking decreased over the centuries.
Now to be fair, if I remember though, like I think I'm trying to remember. Not help me out here. Was the G-Saviour also designed by Okawara? The Big Bang Project was this and Turn A. You think it was to aim for a greater international fan base? You don't know how much or idea or outline was Sunrise Touch? Ah, okay. But anyways, I think Okawara also designed Gundam, the Gundams for this. So that's like Okawara has like a clear style when it comes to like designing the mobile suits. So these very much feel like something out of like I wouldn't say necessarily like original Gundam exactly, but like you could tell that like they're not really
Original styling.
Yeah. Like
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah.
I will be outside.
Oh, okay. The G-Saviour was Okawara? Okay. Okay, then. Wait, did he actually go outside? Oh, he actually did. Oh, that's amazing. Hold on. Wait, Nick actually went outside. Hold on. Hold on. We gotta wait for him to come back a bit. But anyways, I guess in the meanwhile, while we're waiting for Nick and all that, I guess while we're waiting for Nick, I also just want to say real quick how just it's still kind of related to the topic. Just how it's just interesting how Gundam as a franchise, as it evolves, like a lot of the mechanical design also just evolves and changes. Like it's pretty neat, I gotta say. Like how like over time, all the mechanical designs just becomes very different to like differentiate from one another. Like the latest series that's coming out, G-Quux, like that's like such a really like interesting radical change for like a main Gundam design. I also gotta say just how interesting it is how like just the main Gundam design of each series has been little by little just drastically changing. Like you compare like the G-Quux to like something out of like Seed, and like it's like a wild difference. It's wild just how much it's changed. I just find it really interesting. It's like you compare like something like the Strike to let's not even like the Strike. Let's say like something like let's say something like the Exia from 00. Like the Gundam Exia is also kind of for its time a pretty like really drastic like sort of like radical design for like a main Gundam. Like the Exia was like super sleek and all that. It was like thin, like really thin limbs and all that. And then you just look at like the G-Quux and you compare it to even like Exia. It's like, wow, the Exia looks closer to like a main Gundam than the G-Quux. G-Quux is so it's just really interesting to see how Gundam designs have just radically shifted over time. Like each.
Hey, Janus.
Yes, Nick.
So I decided to grab some cheese sticks. Check this out.
Okay.
They got little guys on them.
Oh, that's cute. I'm gonna be honest, Nick. I hate cheese sticks.
How dare you?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Ever since I was a kid, I could not stand cheese sticks. I hated cheese sticks ever since I was a kid. I just can't. It's just something about like I think it's like just like the texture of just eating just the cheese solid cheese alone, I just do not like. I just never liked like the texture or taste of cheese sticks. It's just not my thing.
There's something wrong with you, my friend.
Well, Nick, you could say there's a lot of things wrong with me.
Yeah, I know.
Anyways, I don't know how much you caught me on that whole like tangent like Gundam designs. So.
No, I was there. I was pretty much waiting for show you that whole cheese stick thing.
Oh, okay. All right then. You want? All right then. Anyways, what was I gonna say? Back to G-Saviour though. So I already said like everything like how it looks and stuff, you know, like, and also like the acting and dialogue, like there's which is inevitable because like there's just always just gonna be like a very clear like sort of like difference in like like Western writing and like, you know, Eastern writing and all that. So this very much feels, even writing wise, like a Western sort of like story, but it's still alright. I gotta say though, even though this is very much like a Western type of storytelling, surprisingly there's still quite a bit there that honestly feels like something out of like something out of like Gundam. For one, infidelity. That's very that's very Gundam-like. Nick, a whole war, even though it was very short, literally a whole conflict started because of infidelity. That's something straight out of Gundam, and I love it. I love that. She caught Jack cheating on her with a black woman. Alright, millions must die. Also, like, okay, also, like, the infidelity was more of a thing, but I think it's just kind of funny to think about that it just happened to be a black woman that, that Jack cheated on. He cheated on his wife with a black woman, so it's just kind of fun to think, Nick, if, you know, like, infidelity was the main motive. But what if, Nick, hear me out, centuries into the future, somehow, racial tension still exists? Stardust Memories, Ninjato? Yeah, oh, no, okay, Ninjato. But unlike Stardust Memories, though, this is funny. Unlike Stardust Memories, you're not actively seeing, like, your main protagonist just get, you know, literally just get worse and worse because of because Nina Purpleton is a fucking whore. Alright? This was funny. Literally, legitimately, I love how just as soon as Mimi catches Mark doing infidelity with Cynthia, she blows up a ship.
No.
And then when Mark finds out, literally, like, he does like the most sane thing possible, just, we're done. What the fuck is wrong with you? but also I love the main villain's whole plot. So I said the main conflict of this whole thing was famine. There's a huge famine problem going on Earth, and the whole conflict is basically revolving around a bunch of scientists creating a special kind of bioluminescence enzyme that will allow plants to grow under, you know, like deep water. So like we don't really know the state of the Earth. All we know is there's a bunch of famine. So I'm gonna assume, like Interstellar, just like some, like, you know, like kind of like blight problem going on or something like that. And their solution is, well, if we can have plants, you know, our crops grow underwater, then hold on a minute, now we no longer have to starve. And so they got like a special kind of bioluminescence enzyme that will allow light and heat, so plants can grow into like the cold depths of underwater. And basically the main villain's whole plot is, give me that enzyme, I'm gonna destroy it. But then millions of people will starve. Yes, that's the point. The main villain's plot was, we're gonna selectively starve the entire Earth so I can stay in power. I love it. I love it, Nick. What a great plan. Millions will starve. It's great. That's a Gundam villain, if I do say so myself. Oh, actually, hold on, real quick. I do also want to mention this, and what I forgot to mention this about like mechanical design and all that. When it comes to the setting of Gundam here, I do find it funny how centuries later on into the future, after the original Gundam, mobile suit design has changed, where now most of the colonies have very, like Gundam, like gym-looking mobile suits, while everyone on Earth has very Zeon-looking mobile suits. And I find out such a funny switch up. It's like, oh, now space has the very like blocky sort of mechanical robots, while on Earth everyone has a lot more roundish robots. I just find that kind of funny. Like, you're telling me in hundreds of years later in the century, things are just gonna switch. Mazinger and Getter had their loving fans and undying influence on the medium and industry. They're just something about the grandpa that made tons of young boys and men want a career in sketching their own mobile suits. Yeah. Like those three robots, the big Gundam, Mazinger, and Getter. Like those are some neat designs, man. Those are some like cool ass designs. Like, yeah, they're staples, and you see how like it just went on to like influence a lot of stuff. If there was no Getter Robo, most likely we wouldn't have gotten Gunbuster. So it's really neat. It's really cool. So anyway, starving millions of people. So Nick, let me ask you this: do you think that's a Megatron plan?
We'll suck this planet dry.
Megatron, you would starve millions of people? Yes!
Oh, shit.
Oh, it's great. Also, we also forgot to mention the Illuminati. There's just a secret faction in space called the Illuminati, and they have a conflict against consent.
There's a joke there.
I can't believe we're fighting against consent. My gosh.
I'm right back.
Behold the evilness of consent. Oh, it's great. So, yeah. So now one last thing though before we move on stuff, because I don't think I got really much else to say about G-Saviour, which is I honestly was going into this movie expecting this to be kind of boring or something like that, because G-Saviour kind of has a reputation, from what I understand, that most fans of Gundam kind of look at sort of like a black sheep. Like, oh no, I'm not too big on G-Saviour. So like, based on this reputation, I went in thinking, okay, so this is gonna be kind of like a sort of like meh, kind of like boring film. I'm gonna be honest. Initially, there's a slow the movie kind of does have a bit of a pacing. I don't know if it's a pacing problem, but it does start off with kind of a very slow pacing, where things kind of take a while to get going, but then towards like the latter half of the story, Nick, it really was the infidelity that finally things started picking up. It's like, oh, hold on, wait a minute, infidelity. Wait, now we're getting somewhere. So like, so like the first half of the movie, maybe you could say is a little bit kind of meh, a little boring. I wasn't like bored watching the first half of the movie, but there was a very clear difference in how I saw the second half of the movie. We're like, yes, now this is what I like to see.
Yeah.
In the twilight of the universal century, the end of the age of consent draws near or not. The age of consent is over.
The age of consent is over.
No more marrying at the age of 18. Follow me, and you can marry anyone as young as you want. Hold on. Second, I don't really want to follow this D16 guy after all. Wait a minute. He's speaking some nonsense here. I don't know. This is a little too crazy.
I didn't quite think this through.
Stop. Soundwave. Why Soundwave? You don't have to fight for Megatron. He's fighting against the age of consent. I'm gonna be honest. I'm too deep into this. Most of us are too deep into this. We can't just back out anymore. Anyways, G-Saviour. It's not as bad or boring as I thought it was gonna be, but at the same time, this is clearly not the best work of Gundam out there to be produced. And you know what? That's fine. I'm gonna be honest. I think at the moment, I'm still gonna put G-Saviour over Seed. At least when it comes to enjoyment-wise, because I'm gonna be honest, I still need to get back to rewatching Gundam Seed, and I'm gonna be honest, I kind of keep forgetting. I don't want this to just always be when I talk about Gundam Seed, I don't want it to just always be about bashing Seed, but I'm gonna be honest, there's a bit of I'm at a point now with Gundam Seed where there's kind of a bit of a pacing problem, where, I don't know, it feels like things are just taking a bit too long to progress. Last time I ever was watching Seed, they just finally got to Earth. They finally got to Earth, what the hell was his name? What the hell, who's that white-haired guy in Seed?
I don't know, I haven't watched Seed.
Oh, okay. Alright. It was G-Saviour was the first live-action quote-unquote movie, and it was okay not. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. It's okay. It's okay. So, anyways, yeah, G-Saviour, at the end of the day, it's okay. Do you agree with that, Nick?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's alright. it's alright. So, yeah. Alright. So that was it for the paid review. This is not a paid review though. This is just something we watched on our own volition. Man, it was a good movie. I like Flow.
It was.
Well, let's just say Flo deserved an Oscar for a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good. I really like Flo, man. I also now understand capybaras. Man, I'm not gonna lie, capybaras are just kind of cute. I can't.
Yeah,
lie.
they're neat.
They're-
They're neat.
They're neat. I can't believe a capybara is related to a rat, because they're rodents.
I know.
I still like capybaras. They're fun.
Also, do not be dissing rats. Those guys are actually very cute, very adorable.
I actually like rats.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I actually don't mind rats. They can be cute. They can be kind of cute. I won't deny. That said, I don't know if I ever want a pet rat, because I don't know.
See, here's the thing. They're actually very cleanly.
No, it's not the cleanliness thing that it is. It's just I don't. Unless I'm thinking of a different animal. Do rats eat bugs?
I don't think so. Well, see, the thing with rats is that I'm pretty sure they're able to eat anything. So bugs
Okay.
can be a thing, but like they could eat other stuff.
Oh, okay.
Like they probably eat pellets.
Oh.
Like there's probably like specific rat food that you could get.
Okay. Okay. Anyways,
Also, rats loyal.
Okay. Still though,
They can actually form connections with people.
Still, even if I wanted a pet rat though, Nick,
Family,
that's never gonna fly in this house. They do not like rats. They don't even like cats, Nick. I've told you this. I'm the only one in my family that likes cats.
Yeah, your family's weird.
They don't like cats. I like cats. Cats can be funny. Plus, like, that's Nick. I gotta ask Nick, what's the most problem your current cat has ever caused?
The problem my current cat's causing, she likes to run out of the house when we want to just keep her inside. That's pretty much it.
How did she even get out?
She waits by the door.
Wow.
she waits for an opening.
Oh, okay.
And then she's like, zoom.
Oh. Okay then.
I mean, she always finds her way back.
Still, like, wow. Just. Alright. I don't mind. I wouldn't mind a cat or a rat, but yeah, no, that won't fly in this house, unfortunately. So, anyway, speaking of cats,
Yeah.
speaking of cats, I like the cat in this movie. The cats.
Yeah.
They nice. They neat. Also, not gonna lie, I am a bit of a sucker for just entire like premises without dialogue.
I know.
You know what? One thing I really like is how all the animals here, they still act like wild animals, but there's still just enough traits to like somewhat humanize them.
Yeah.
Which is really neat. Like, I really like the the lemur too.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Nick, is the lemur an alcoholic? The lemur
Maybe wasn't, but fuck, that's one of my favorite things you said.
Because the lemur was collecting so many bottles in this little little cave. It's like, oh my gosh, look at all those bottles. Gosh. Yeah, I oh, also the dogs. I like Nick, like the Nick, when you realized that the dogs in the beginning they weren't really trying to eat the cat, they were just trying to play with it. And the cat, and it's just the cat was just didn't like people. That's also another thing. What a cool thing also is how without dialogue, the movie's able to portray like a lot of like the cat's point of view of everything. Like when it initially meets the dogs, it thinks, "Oh my gosh, they're trying to like eat me or something," you know. It's like, "Oh, I got run away," but then later on, you know, oh, no, they're just trying to play, cause how dogs play, they do use a lot like they don't like actually like bite, you know what I mean? But like they do like, you know,
but like they kind of.
Yeah, like they do like, you know, like use their mouth a lot. Like,
Yeah.
It's playful biting. There's a difference.
Yeah.
So like when dogs play, they're it's a playful biting. So also the corgi. Nick,
The Shiba.
No, the Shiba. Nick, I like how you said that. You could tell the Shiba's Asian because it has small eyes.
It's squinting! It's squinting! Why does the but it's worse because the Shiba Inus are, you know, Japanese.
They are Japanese, yeah.
So and like they're the dog that squints. All they do is squint.
I love Shibas. They're also
I know.
they're also really cute. They're also really cute. So yeah, so Flow though is really good though. Completely no dialogue, and honestly, what's
Fun fact, in the script, it's revealed that only the golden retriever is female.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Well, fair Nick, you know, a lot of times.
There's no way you could tell.
Well, because it's not important.
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna. I just had a kind of a, I just had a thought. I'm not gonna say it though.
I bet.
Okay, hold on.
Hey.
You know what? You know what? I'm glad I didn't know the dog's gender when watching the movie, because now that's immediately what comes up.
Hey, Changus.
Yes.
I'm just gonna send this.
Okay. Okay. Oh my goodness. Anyways.
Chase, what if Flo did have dialogue, but it's like had conversations like Family Guy? It's like, well, guys, we're pretty much been floating on this boat for who knows how long, in no sign of civilization or other people. There's only one thing we need to do in order to repopulate. We need to have an orgy.
So, you feeling anything?
Anyone feel horny?
No, not really.
Chase, they're golden retrievers on top because they didn't think this through.
No, not really. Yeah, me neither. Whoever's doing that with your foot, I appreciate it, but it's not working.
Yeah, you can pretty much stop.
Anyways, one thing I do also want to mention also is for with an animated movie, this is very beautifully animated.
Oh yeah.
It's very beautiful to look at, and it's really impressive too, knowing the production story behind this. So this was all made. So this was like very small team, and like basically the director of this movie, a lot of this is just a result of him just teaching himself animation. So
Yeah.
it was just really cool. It's like he I don't know exactly like the entirety of the backstory, but basically instead of going to a film school, he just learned to just animate all on his own. He self-taught himself. And Flow was like a 5-year long project he was working on. He took 5 years to make Flow. And it's really good. This is all pretty much self-taught. This is all made in Blender, which is a free animation software, by the way. This is all made with a free software that anyone can use. So like anyone can use Blender, and he made it all entirely in there, and it looks gorgeous. It's very beautifully made, and also just how it looks. Also, like there's a lot of like really long takes in this movie. Like there's a lot of times where it's just very long tracking shots of these animals just doing their thing. It's really interesting too how like the plot of this movie isn't very much necessarily like a plot per se. It's just more like it's almost like a documentary, sort of. Like you're just seeing these animals just do their thing, but at the same time, again, like there's just enough there where like they very much feel just like wild animals, but just a little bit to somewhat humanize them. It's just really neat. It's just really neat to see them. But also just another thing is how without dialogue, you really just have to like piece together a lot of stuff with like what's going on. Was this movie made with AI? No, this is made entirely by this is made entirely with Blender, a free software. This is not AI. So might as well press the button. might as well press it.
AI.
So yeah. Also, I want to press this real quick. Not related, but just.
There's so much porn! Man, I was just about to fucking post that. Play that.
There's so much porn!
There's so much porn!
So, no, this is not all made with AI. This was not AI. But as I was saying, like, without dialogue, a lot of the story you just kind of have to, like, piece together. And even then, the story itself is not really a story. But what is interesting also is just the world building behind this movie. Because there's no human characters, there's no dialogue, but then you just see all the stuff going on. Like you see like statues made. You see like these like giant like stone monuments, like a maze and shit. There's like gravity shit going on and all that. There's like the main conflict is there's just a flood coming in, just randomly out of nowhere. Like there's just and the water level just keeps rising and rising and rising, and you just see these animals just trying to survive it. And like you just really question like what went on with this world? Why are there so many like giant cat statues going on? What is this?
And the thing is, people had to have been there.
Yeah.
Because there's a house and there's statues.
Yeah. Like.
The question is, what happened?
And you never get the answer. You don't know. So it's just really interesting how like you see these animals trying to survive in this world, but then you like by the end of the movie you're still wondering like what went on here? What happened to everyone? Why are there statues?
Yeah. Also, the secretary bird.
Oh yeah, secretary. Dude, birds are mean.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
You do get crippled for trying to be the one good bird.
I know. And even then, he was still a bit of an asshole.
I bet the dude just pretty much got kicked out. I bet he'd be bitter.
Yeah. Gosh, birds are mean. Birds are assholes. You know what? That's what's missing from those like dinosaur documentaries, Nick. We just need like I'm not asking for like a T-Rex to just like be just a carnivorous monster. I just need to be kind of an asshole. Nick, like imagine like a T-Rex like literally just like crippling another T-Rex just because.
Like this scene where like the bird fucking throws the lemur's like ball thing.
Yeah. Birds are assholes.
Yeah. But also, funny enough, near the end where the bird ascends,
Yeah.
that's when the flood starts receding.
Yeah.
Is that tied? I don't know.
We don't know. Who knows? So.
Did the same thing happen with the humans?
So
I don't know.
You don't know. So yeah.
What I do know is there's some kind of fish whale thing.
Yeah. That's another thing. There's like mutations. We know like because like the whale thing. There's
It's
like
not a whale.
well it's like
It's not a real whale.
It's some like mutant sea animal. So like that like mutation is a thing as well. But how did that happen?
I like how like when you first see it, it's like, oh shit. And that turns out, oh, he's been helping people.
Yeah, he's a nice dude. And then but then also like just how like eventually though when the flood recedes, the whale just ends up being beached. And
Yeah. And there's no possible way to get back into the water.
yeah, cuz he's just way too high up now. Like it just really makes you so like it really
You
does
only
make-
have like the have to interpret what the end credits, like the after credits scene means. It's like, oh, did they get did they somehow get in the water, or was that like flashback, or was that just
or is that like a different
going away?
picture? No, you don't know. So it's really interesting.
Also, because I know cats communicate not by meowing, and only meow because like kittens obviously meow for reasons. Like
Right.
that's
Yeah.
but adult cats they don't need to meow. They do it because they know we'll listen to it. Because it sounds like a baby's cry, and we're instinctively attempted to like listen to that.
How much, Nick, with you and your cat, how much of it is actually you caring for it, and how much of it is just you just serving its whim?
That's a fucking good question, man. That's a good question.
So.
Like so when it meows, I'm like I'm like it's like it doesn't actually need to do that. And then when like the flood starts rising up and he's like losing space and he starts meowing again, I'm like oh fuck.
He's
Because I'm a fucking. You can't do shit to me. You can't do sad stuff with animals to me. You can't do that shit. when he nearly drowns and like before then like fuck no, you can't do this shit because you see him try to swim up but he can't.
I know.
He just looks so desperate.
That's how they get
You
you.
can't do that shit to me, movie.
No, Nick. If it was a dog,
Dude, I'd be devastated.
dude, it's like, I don't have a cat,
I'd be
so
I'd be devastated either way.
well, like I don't have a cat, so I just not gonna be as like emotionally affected as you. But like, if it was a dog, man, oh my gosh, I would just like, no, please, no. So. Also, one of the dogs was just like, I forgot what breed the dog was, but like it was like, I just liked it because it was just chunky. It was the biggest of the dogs, and I just like it because of that.
They all see like the dogs trapped on the island. The golden retriever like, hey, who's that?
Yeah, it's like, oh my gosh, friend. It's great.
The crane was like, no, we're not. And then like they fucking browbeat the crane into fuck. And he goes, fine, fine, whatever.
Whatever.
And it turned out to be a huge fucking mistake.
I still like those dogs.
Because they ended up being just complete jerks to the other animals, except the golden retriever.
I still like the dogs though.
Yeah. And then they fucking run away when they saw a squirrel.
That is true. That is really funny. This was a squirrel. Squirrel. So that is really funny too. But yeah, I really like this. This definitely deserved to win Best Animated Picture. What, like, real quick, what was it? I'm trying to remember. What was it up against when it comes to
The Wild Robot, Inside Out 2, Memoirs of a Snail, and Wallace the Gromit.
Vengeance Must. We still need to watch Wallace and Gromit.
I know, we gotta do that. Start doing that marathon thing we were gonna do.
Now, Inside Out 2, I don't know what the hell it was doing there. I've never seen Memoir of a Snail, but I did see Wild Robot though. I also liked Wild Robot. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Wild Robot actually was a movie that legit made me feel emotional at times. Like, oh,
I know.
now I'm feeling kind of sad. So, I'm gonna be honest. If Wild Robot or Flow, if either one won, I would said either way. Yeah, that deserves.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the Wild Robot's really good. But Flow though was really good. I'm laughing at Inside Out 2 being an animated feature film. I've not seen Inside Out 2. Who knows? Maybe it was good. Maybe, I don't know. But it's just funny to think though, like, oh, here's Inside Out 2. Wow. All right. So it's kind of funny to think about. So yeah. But either way though, Flow was really good. I really like Flow, man. Flow's a good.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. What time is it, by the way? It's 5:04. God damn it. Damn daylight savings time. I swear. Literally just like a week ago, Nick, like around 5 o'clock, sun would be starting to set, but now it's 5 o'clock and the sun's still up. It's like, why are you still up, sun? Why is it still up? By the way, how's that losing an hour of sleep doing for you, buddy?
Waking up at 5?
Let's be honest, Nick. It doesn't matter with daylight savings time or not. Our sleep schedule is terrible.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it is.
Nick, all year long, I don't think I've ever woken up before noon. So, anyways. Oh, excuse me. So, flow. Either way. So, anyways, flow's really good. But I guess since we have time, you know what else is really good? I like super. That's the wrong thumbnail. We're not talking about Avengers. Hold on a second. Give me 1 second. Let me fix this. Yes, we're talking about Avengers again. Anyways, here we go. I also like Superman, Nick.
Yes.
Superman's just a great superhero. Nick, the older I get, the more I go, I don't understand hate for Superman. He's great. Like,
Yeah.
Like, okay, here's a question, Nick. When you were growing up, did you always like Superman?
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Well, then you're better than me then. Confession. When I was a kid, I was one of those kids, Nick, where I went, Batman's cooler. I was one of those guys like, Batman, man. Oh, he's so cool. Superman. Oh no, Superman's kind of lame. That's a confession I gotta make. When I was younger, I didn't really like Superman that much. But then again, I also like Transformers The Last Night. So what does that say about me? But now though, growing up, the more I realize, the more I go, actually no, Superman's goated. He's great. I love him. I love Superman. And so when it came to Superman, there was the show Superman and Lois, and I kept hearing a lot of good things about it. I was like, man, I keep hearing Superman and Lois is good. It's like oh my gosh, Superman and Lois is really good. It's like I keep hearing that. You know, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little hesitant to get in. It's like, I don't know, cause Superman and Lois was a CW production show, and you know, there's a reputation with, you know, CW, you know, DC shows, which was what was it? It was like the Arrowverse or something like that. That's what they called it. Which is
Yeah.
which is really funny to think that Green Arrow was like the main like guy that they were doing. I never actually seen the Green Arrow show, so I don't know if it's good or not. But like, you know, CW shows have a reputation, so admittedly I was a bit hesitant when it comes to, you know, a Superman in a CW show. So I don't know, a little hesitant. Finally watched season 1 of Superman and Lois. Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good, man. I gotta say, it's pretty good. It's really good. It's still not. I want to say it's still not like the best superhero show I've seen so far. I think so far, Nick, Daredevil is still the best from what I've seen so far, because just each episode, Nick, just consistently again feels really good. I'm really loving Daredevil. Daredevil so far just feels like, yeah, banger after banger after banger. It's really good. Like the last episode we just saw last night, Nick, that was really good. That was really good. So Daredevil is still the best show, superhero show I've seen. But Superman and Lois, I gotta say, I also really like. Here's the thing with Superman and Lois. Well, I don't think it's as good as like Daredevil. What it makes up for, like, you know, while it's not as solid, what it makes up though with a lot of heart and emotion. And I'm not saying, like, oh, emotional moments are, matter more, but like, these people like Superman, Nick. You could tell the people behind us, they like Superman, and there's a lot of heart behind the depiction of Superman here, and it's great. I love it. What's his name? I don't remember his last name, but Tyler, Tyler's like Hoechlin, something like that. I don't remember. I cannot tell what his last name is, but Tyler, he's actually a really good Superman, Nick. I gotta say, I really like his depiction of Superman. I think what it is with Tyler's depiction of Superman is, while maybe there's better looking actors out there to physically portray Superman, Tyler understands like the character, like to the core of the character. So like maybe there's better looking Superman actors out there, but he knows how to be Superman, and it's great, and I love it. The first minutes of the show proved they knew what Superman's about, Najado. Like those were a really good first minutes, man. Like that's a good. You need like a good first impression of like going in of like what the show's gonna be about, and like, yeah, it's really good. Still wish. Gonna say this. Still wish Clark had the undies. Just gonna say that. Which is so weird because like. Which is funny because the first few minutes like his like beginning costume when he was just starting out as being Superman had the undies. It's like, yeah, that's great. That's what I like to see. And then but you can tell that this was like during like you could tell like this was the era, Nick, where like Superman with red undies. Come on, what are you talking about? So Superman had like so instead of like the red undies, they made up for like with like a red belt. When did they start ditching the undies in the comics?
New 52.
New 52? Okay. So you can tell this was still like a very New 52 inspired suit. Like, he's got the red belt instead of the red undies. Which is why I'll say is with the new Superman movie coming out, you can say whatever you want about like the costume. They brought back the undies, and that will make me happy. That's like all that matters to me with a new Superman costume. He's got the undies. I love it. Yes, give it to me. So I'm happy for that. So I'll just say that, like, I still wish Superman had the undies, but really, so like the main thing about the show, and it's really funny because like the show is called Superman and Lois, right? And not saying that it's not about them; they're the main characters. It follows Clark and Lois, but really, the main core of the show is everything to do with them being parents towards their sons, Jordan and Jonathan. And yeah, it's really good. It's really good. Like the main like everything surrounding about that is really good. I will say this: there's still stuff about the show that I'm not gonna say it's bad, but it's just some stuff that I just don't really care as much about as whenever like the main like stuff goes on between Clark and his sons. Like whenever like there's like Jordan and John get their own like moments to shine on their own and stuff, and so like there's gonna be like some like high school drama inevitably. So like there's just gonna be some stuff with the show that feels more like just like your typical kind of like drama show that's just inevitable. That I'm not gonna say it's bad, but like it's the stuff that I'm not exactly the biggest guy that's gonna be rooting for it, even though it is still important for the son's characters. Also want to say very interesting choice that Jordan's the one with powers, not Jonathan. Because usually when with Superboy, right? It's Jonathan Kent, it's John Kent, right? So like it's just really interesting how they went. Well, actually no, Jonathan doesn't have powers. It's Jordan. I know eventually Jonathan's also gonna have powers. That's just gonna be a thing, which is also just kind of another thing about this show is I know some things are gonna happen in the future that I think in a bit of like when you're looking back at season 1 knowing this stuff, it's like kind of don't want to say hurts it, but like I think it would have been more interesting if Jonathan never had powers, because one of the main conflicts with Jonathan is kind of trying to figure out how he can fit in this family and like help it, and like it's not like out of like a jealousy thing. It's more like out of like a genuine like desire to help out his dad. So like without like how can he help Superman? How can he help his dad if he doesn't have powers? And so like what they had going on with him and like Lois, like that was really good. That was really good. So like I kind of wish they didn't give Jonathan powers, and they kept with this angle of like how can Jonathan help out his family without superpowers. So it is something I do kind of wish they didn't do. Also, I just also want to say that when it comes to actors, everyone's great. What's her name? Elizabeth, like Tulloch, or something like that. Something like that. Elizabeth something, who plays Lois in the show. She's also really good. She's really good as being Lois. And I gotta say, like one thing I really love about this show, Nick, is the dynamic between Clark and Lois, and like not just as parents but just as like a couple, it's just they're not as one of the things I really love is they're both very rational people, especially especially Lois. Like a lot of the conflict is them admitting that they're being irrational. Like there's literally moments, Nick, I love where like Lois will straight up say like, this is not like the rational thing to do, but my emotions are still but my emotions is just as strong. Like the fact that what I love is like they're very open and communicative about their relationships. Like whenever like Clark, you can't just do this. Like I know it's like you probably don't like this, but I feel like this is like the only way we can like do this. And it's like it's really good. I really love how they're a rational couple, Nick. And like all the problems, like a lot of the times when the problem comes to problems, like usually they admit that yes, sometimes this is not the best option. Like yes, I'm sorry. Maybe I should have talked to you first before doing this. And I love that. It's great. So it's like, oh, it's great. I love it. Like these are rational people who, when they get irrational, usually they know they're being irrational. It's really good, and I love it. And then just also like the actors for their sons as well are also really good. John, I already said a lot about John, but also Jordan. Everything going on with Jordan is also really good too, because Jordan, growing up, Jordan has like a anxiety issue. He's very antisocial, and then like literally him figuring out he has powers, at first like kind of just like initially like makes him feel even more alien and isolated. It's a really nice arc throughout the first season, just seeing how Jordan slowly opens up while also, learning how to get better control over his powers and stuff, and it's really good. I love it. I love everything about this show. Also, General Lane, Lois's dad, is also really good.
Yeah.
And like there's a lot of conflict going on. Like a lot of the conflict in the show is very much a personal conflict. Like yes, there was still like an external threat. Initially being what's his name? Steel? Is that really all he is? Just Steel?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So like initially the initial threat is Steel. And like one thing that was interesting is how like, you know, like initially like how like, you know, he's got like an AI that calls him Captain Luthor. So like initially you're thinking, "Oh my gosh, wait. This is a Lex Luthor? What's going on?" Not gonna lie, Nick, a part of me kind of wishes they actually I'm not gonna lie, Nick. I think it would have been really interesting if they just if they actually stuck with that. Like it turns out it was an actually like alternate Lex Luthor. It would have been really interesting. I don't know. I'm one of those people, Nick, who are like, a black Lex Luthor? Interesting. Let's see how this goes. So, but at the same time though, it was Steel, and you know, and everything with Steel is also really interesting too. Like a lot of the implications going on like with his character and how it relates to like everything is really to like Lois, Clark, and all that is really good. But then also another main conflict going on with the show is is this is this billionaire named Morgan Edge. I don't know if Morgan Edge is an actual comic character or he was someone made for the show, but the main but he's like also like an overarching villain going on in the show, and it was really nice, I guess. It is kind of funny because like the way I think I would describe him is it's kind of like okay, you know how people have very strong opinions about Elon Musk, Nick?
Yeah.
So whether you agree with those, you know, very strong and negative opinions on Elon Musk or not, imagine that being applied to this Morgan Edge guy. But they were right. He is that bad. That's Morgan Edge. That's like the main conflict. And then I mean, I guess like, you know, spoiler alert for a show that came out in what, like 4 years ago, 2021. Turns out Morgan Edge is actually a Kryptonian. Whoa! Oh my gosh! So, Nick, here's a question I gotta ask. In the comics, are Kryptonians just always like usually just like this, like evil?
No.
No. Oh. Okay, I just want to know, cause like why is it like whenever there's like a Kryptonian villain, Nick, it's usually always like the same shtick, you know, like, oh, Kryptonians are superior than you meager humans, we're taking over.
Well, I mean,
yes, they are technically they are superior, but like, you know what I mean? Like why is it always like that same like, you know, kind of conflict? Like, you know, oh, we're taking over your planet. Like, okay.
Well, the thing is, it's usually Zod.
Is usually Zod.
And that's his, and he's very much a might makes it. He's Megatron.
Ah, okay. Okay. I just want to. I'm just curious about like all that. Oh, you're heading to bed early, Ninjano? Right. I'll make the thumbnail for tomorrow, Ninjano. All right, don't worry. I'll make it. All right, have a good night, Ninjano. Anyway, I'm just saying, it's just kind of interesting, just like whenever, or like a Kryptonian like villain is around, it's usually always, you know, the same kind of shtick, which is we're superior, we're taking over. So, and albeit the twist with Morgan Edge's whole thing here is also, I guess, kinda, it's still trying to take over the world, but like he's doing it like in a different way rather than just, simply like, like, we're just gonna kill humans and stuff. I mean, that's still like the end goal, but like, the process of how he's getting to it is a little different. So I guess that's neat, I guess. So, okay, here's one thing I gotta ask, Nick. Just for someone who's supposed to be the last, like the last son of Krypton, if Clark's supposed to be the last son of Krypton and all that, I'm gonna ask, just exactly how many Kryptonians are still alive?
Well, for one thing, Brainiac bottled the city of Kandor.
Okay. Like,
So there's that.
okay. It's just kind of funny because, like, Superman was supposed to be the last of his kind. Oh, here's another Kryptonian. Here's another. Here's another. This one's his cousin. This one's his brother. It's like, I don't know. It's just kind of interesting. It's like, more and more, the title of Last Son of Krypton just kind of loses its meaning. So, like, there is that, I guess. But still though, like, everything here though is really fun. There are moments where I think the show does lean a bit more into the, very much the drama side of things. And that's not really a bad thing, but then there are points where, like, I feel like things do kind of happen for the sake of drama. So there is one moment in one episode that admittedly did get me a bit concerned, which was I don't remember exactly what episode it was, but basically what happens is Clark is fighting Steel because Steel thinks Clark's evil and all that, because another big point, another big conflict about this whole thing is potential evil Superman. Again, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of getting tired of evil Superman, Nick. It works. The idea of like evil Superman, it works for this series, for at least this season, because the whole idea is, like, ooh, can Clark actually become evil or not? Oh, which obviously, no, he's not gonna. But that's like, the main conflict. But like, I just kind of don't want to see evil Superman anymore. At least I think we need a break from evil Superman. Like, is Injustice even, Nick? I gotta ask, is Injustice even that good of a story?
No.
No?
I don't think it is. I don't think it is.
Oh, okay. But yet Injustice just has influenced that much?
Yeah.
Wow, okay. So, I don't know, I just in my opinion, just thanks Injustice, because of you, like, we've been just getting a lot of evil Superman. It's like, I'm kind of tired of it. I don't really want to see any more evil Superman. So, but like the whole point was like, oh my god, of this season was like, one thing was like, oh my gosh, can Superman become evil or not? And there was this one episode where Steel ends up like luring in Clark into a trap, and then like his sons have to come like help him out and stuff. So they eventually break out of the trap and all that, and then basically what happens is Superman, like, he's like, he catches on to Steel, and then there's a moment where his eyes start shining red, like, oh my gosh, is he gonna shoot lasers or not? And then Lois comes in time to say, hey, oh my gosh, Clark, that's enough. And he's like, Clark's like, oh my goodness. Albeit, it kinda makes sense in the context of the show, where there was like an earlier episode where Jordan allowed his emotions to get in the way, and that caused him to kind of somewhat lose control of his powers. And then basically, if Jonathan didn't step in, someone could have been hurt really badly. And then Clark used to talk like every time I have to I fight, I have to keep my powers and like emotions to check, otherwise I could hurt someone. And so I guess it kind of makes sense in that context, and that's in that particular scene where like his sons were literally lives were endangered because of this trap, like, and all that. So he's not in a happy mood. So I guess you could argue like, oh, he's unhappy. He's very unhappy. His son's lives were just threatened. He might lose control over that. So I guess so, but it's still, and I guess it's okay. But at the same time, though, Lois having to come in to stop Superman does kind of remind me of the whole it's his mother's name, a bit, just a bit. Thankfully it was really just like that. Well, okay, it was mostly just that one scene. There's another scene later on in the season, Nick, where Morgan Edge's whole plan is he's got like a special like device, Nick, and with the help of like a special type of kryptonite called X kryptonite, he's basically able to transfer the consciousness of like dead Kryptonians into the bodies of humans, and then while also being exposed to X kryptonite, he can also make with the consciousness of these Kryptonians inside human bodies, they can also then give the human bodies the powers of a Kryptonian. And basically that's how he's gonna raise an army of evil Kryptonians, by literally turning humans into his army. And so there's this whole thing where Edge kidnaps Clark, and basically he implants the consciousness of General Zod inside Clark. And so there's a point where Clark does technically become evil, but that's just because it's technically not him, it's Zod using his body. And then there's a moment where literally Clark hears the voice of Lois and his sons, and that's how he's able to overcome General Zod's consciousness taking over his body. And I'm fine with that, but at the same time, you can also maybe someone argue like, oh, if it wasn't for hearing the voice of his family, he would have just stayed evil. But at this point, but it's not the same. It really was just that earlier scene with like Steel, where Lois had to intervene, where it does kind of come off like, I don't know, because I don't like the idea of Lois Lane being the most powerful being on Earth's moral compass, because that's just stupid. That's just one thing I will never like with like the DCU movies, or I guess you could call it the Snyderverse or whatever. Like the idea like, oh, if Lois Lane dies, that's gonna make Superman evil. It's like that's silly. That's silly. So it's
a silly idea.
Yeah, it's a silly idea. So I don't like that. So it's just really that one scene that made me a little bit but I'll give it a pass for now. I hope they don't do it again. That they don't do that again, where Lois has to come in and be like a moral compass for Clark. Thankfully, it was like kind of like a one-time deal, and all that. So hopefully, I just hope that's not like a recurring thing. So but overall though, Superman Lois is just still really good. It's still a good show. Not as solid as like Daredevil, but then but really like the emotional core of this series, which is the relationship between Clark and his family, is really strong, and I really love it. and you just grow to love this family, Nick. It's great. Like there's even a moment like there's like a whole like conflict with Lois's dad, and like by the end of the season, there's kind of a moment where like they all like sort of like come to terms and stuff. So, oh wait, also forgot to mention also because this like a drama show, like this is just gonna be inevitable. There's gonna be subplots featuring other characters, and one of the big subplots going on in this season is everything focusing on Lana. Yeah, Lana Lane. She's here in this show, and we're focusing a lot on Lana's family. So it's really interesting. I gotta say, it's really interesting how that's a thing. I do. So and you know what? It's really cool. It's nice. I like Lana Lang in this show. I know there's like more stuff going on with Lana and Clark later on, and like I think like even the next season. So that'll be interesting to see. But yeah, like you get to like follow on Lana's family and all that, and how they interact with Clark's family. Oh, I guess I should also mention this then, since I'm speaking of Lana's family. So there is a thing with her husband. So Lana is in a family, and she's at the moment married to a man named Kyle Cushing, and Kyle is very much like he very much is like kind of like like small town, let's just say red pilled sort of guy. You know what I mean, Nick?
Yeah.
So like there's just a natural like kind of like sort of conflict with him and like Lois, who's like who's very much an inner city girl. So like there's just always gonna be like that sort of like like, oh, you're one of those like inner city people, and like because there's gonna be some like differences. There was one part of the where they were kind of in an argument, and he didn't say it exactly, but he kind of pretty much called her soy. It's like they're like at a barbecue, and he's he's talking to Lois like, we cook real meat here, not your fake tofu meat. This is like, actually I'm here for like a bunch of ribs. Like, oh, okay. So there is very clearly like you could maybe argue that you could kind of see sort of like oh, it's like a red pill guy versus like a more left leaning woman, and ooh and all that, and so like there's you can maybe say like, oh, this is Kyle maybe existing like like make fun of like the small town red pill kind of guys, but I don't really see that, because like initially Kyle does give off that vibes of like look at this like small town Republican guy, am I right, guys? Come on. Like he kind of initially gives off that vibes, but then you learn as the series goes there's deeper problems going on with Kyle and just the town in general, and you see how that like that initial feelings you have about the character is more like just a symptom of deeper issues. So like what initially comes off like kind of low Republicans, am I right? Like it you can maybe initially think of that, but then the more it goes on, the more you realize now there's a deeper problem going on with these characters, and then you slowly like start to care for them. So I do want to mention that like you can like initially maybe you could see like like, oh my gosh, it's a show kind of woke. Oh gosh. Oh. But no, it's not like that. There's a lot more to it than that. So, but no, either way though, Superman and Lois is really good though. I really like this show. It's really good. I like it. So, yeah. Maybe I'll show you Superman and Lois, Nick. But then again, that'll probably have to be after Daredevil, cause we're man, Daredevil. Okay, real talk. I'm mean, man. Daredevil so far has just been really good. I don't think there's ever been one bad episode of Daredevil.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's really good. I gotta ask though, Nick. So like, you said like how like like was it Born Again? You feel like it should just be treated like kind of its own show. Is it still good though so far, or?
So far, I'm liking it.
So far, you're liking it. Okay. Okay then. So I am interested in seeing Born Again, but after we finish the original Daredevil series, which is really cool.
Yeah.
It's really good so far. I'm really liking it so far, man. It's good. It's good. That said, still waiting for Frank to get the skull on his chest. I'm waiting for that because I like the Punisher. You know what it is, Nick? With that whole episode with with Matt and Frank on the rooftop we just saw, what's really good about that episode is you understand both characters where they're coming from.
Yeah.
And so it's a case of oh man, you can see where both are coming from. Let's be honest, most people, Nick, will probably agree more with Frank, but there's at the same time there's an idealism behind Matt that you can just get behind. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, we gotta watch more Daredevil. So yeah. All right. So anyways, with that said, then, that is pretty much all the topics we want to talk about for tonight. It is 5:42. It's almost 6. So that's a thing. And I don't wanna get in the way of Mashtik's is Mashtik doing the marathon? I don't think he announced it for tonight. Yeah, I don't think so. Either way, if he is gonna do it tonight, I don't want to interfere with that. So we're gonna end this stream here. So yeah, we should do more lunch breaks, Nick.
Yes.
All right. Anyways, also, gotta change the schedule. I'm gonna have to cancel tomorrow's stream because I'm doing the thing with Najado, and then we gotta change Sunday's stream as well because you're still dealing with your tooth. So
Yeah.
all right then. So thank you everyone who came. Thanks everyone watching in the replays. Until next time. Good night.